In 1973, U.S. President Richard Nixon reached an agreement with Saudi Arabia to trade oil in U.S. dollars, establishing the petrodollar and petrodollar recycling. The 1979 Iranian Revolution caused another shock in the oil market, leading to Saudi Arabia becoming the world's largest oil producer and stabilizing the market supply and prices. In 1980, President Jimmy Carter announced the Carter Doctrine, stating that the U.S. would use military force to ensure the flow of oil from the Persian Gulf. Last week, Admiral Franchetti, the U.S. Navy Chief of Naval Operations, unveiled Project 33, a new naval doctrine aimed at countering the Chinese threat in the Western Pacific. The plan responds to China's declaration of war readiness by 2027, calling for the U.S. to be ready for a war in the Western Pacific and meet the Chinese threat. Project 33 mandates a surge in the deployment of robotic and other autonomous systems by 2027, reducing sailors' risks and increasing the Navy's ability to conduct missions at a lower cost than building and deploying new warships. Task Force 59 and the U.S. Fourth Fleet will focus on the operational deployment of autonomous systems, requiring new information collection and dissemination. The 2027 goal of Project 33 aims to create, deploy, and support autonomous technology within the U.S. military, focusing on the Western Pacific countries, including Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, the U.S., and China, which manufacture the majority of advanced microchips and semiconductors. The U.S. is forming loose alliances with these countries to deter and potentially challenge China, particularly in light of its threats to invade Taiwan. Project 33 and AUKUS Pillar 2 are closely aligned, sharing complementary goals and aiming to support the alliance formation's defense and foreign policy. The 2027 goal is based on an arbitrary statement from the CCP, aiming to instill urgency in the adoption of evolutionary warfighting technologies and doctrine, safeguarding the U.S.'s access to advanced technologies for both its economy and military. China is a threat to the U.S., and neglecting to enhance U.S. readiness in the Western Pacific would be irresponsible. The U.S. should make it clear to its allies what the goal is in the Western Pacific and the Indo-Pacific, and provide unambiguous leadership in the region. The U.S.-led alliance will dominate 4 of the top 5 world semiconductor-producing countries, and is essential for a thriving military and economy. It may incentivize China to strike, similar to the U.S. oil embargo of the 1940s against Japan. Therefore, the U.S. must steer clear of the mistakes made during the Ukraine war and establish diplomatic channels and protocols to help facilitate negotiations and create an off-ramp to avert a war.